Nigerians thought Tinubu was joking when he promised to continue from where Buhari stopped. Adebayo says, exactly. The truth is that that's why I said that the only promise that Tinubu has actually fulfilled is actually continuing from where Buhari stopped by putting more hardship on the people. That is it. So he wasn't joking when he said he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped, and that's exactly what he's doing. But let's dive into the details and hear what Mr. Adebayo is trying to say. The candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP in the 2023 presidential election, Prince Adewale Adebayo, has said that President Bola Tinubu always does what he says. The SDP flag bearer insisted that Tinubu tends to do what he says, irrespective of if it is a good or bad commitment. Adebayo stated this during an interview with The Sun, speaking on the medium-term expenditure, which proposes that Nigeria is expected to borrow 26 trillion naira between 2025 and 2026. Adebayo asserted that there is no difference between Buhari's administration and that of Tinubu's administration. The politician noted that Nigerians thought the president was joking when he promised to continue in the footsteps of his predecessor. He urged Nigerians to always listen carefully when Tinubu speaks, as he tends to stick by his words. Adebayo said President Tinubu was right when he said he could continue from where President Buhari stopped. He said it on many occasions, and people thought he was joking. From the ongoing, you will see that President Tinubu does not talk a lot. Each time he talks now, people should listen because he tends to do what he says he will do, whether they are good or bad, but he ends up doing them. I have my concern with the medium-term expenditure framework. I thought he was blinded in terms of his creativity. I also think maybe they want to complete some of the obligations contained in the MTEF, which are legally binding. But if, for example, they award some contract and they need to fund it, they will need to borrow, because in the short term, you are not able to generate enough revenue to offset the borrowing. Now, wow. So the truth is, Tinubu is continuing from where Buhari stopped, and that is continuing in borrowing. Buhari borrowed almost the destiny of Nigerians out, especially with Chinese government. Before he left, he borrowed a few from IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank, but he took most of the loans from China. And at the end of the day, look at where we are today, and Tinubu is continuing that borrowing. But of all the things that Buhari did, that Tinubu is continuing from, it's not going to be only borrowing money, even in harsh decisions and several other things. Because we've seen what we are facing today, even including nepotism and tribal bigotry and all of that. He's continuing exactly from where Buhari stopped in everything. He's just how many months in power? About 5 months in power, and look at what we are seeing today. So it's okay. So this man, Prince Adebayo, is saying that Tinubu will always do what he's saying, and anytime he speaks, that people should listen and pay attention, because whatever he says, he will do it, whether it is good or it is bad. Okay, so when he said that he will continue from where Buhari stopped, people were joking. People thought he was joking, but now we can see it, that one of the things Buhari did was, uncontrolled borrowing, and that is what Tinubu is continuing as well. Quite a fortunate situation that Nigeria will be, in this administration. People are already reacting to what this Adebayo is saying. Somebody said President Tinubu is more focused in transforming Nigeria to a beautiful nation that everyone can be proud of than you, who do not have any idea except empty noise. Can you imagine? Insulting themselves there. Someone said, then you do what you say as well. That's what they're telling Adebayo here. Yes, affliction, penury continues. That's APC for you. Affliction and penury, that's correct. President Bola Tinubu is an Oduduwan. He will not work with terrorist gangsters like northern politicians, but he will put his people in key positions, which is called self-preservation. Other regions have done it severally. Though CPC party under APC alliance have bastardized the economy, but President Bola Ahmed government will excel if we can endure the policies put in place. How are you going to excel? Honestly, Nigerians didn't get it. Just like when Buhari, during his campaign, he was saying, change Nigerians. Okay? Nigerians didn't understand the change he was talking about. That it meant that Nigerians will go from grace to grass. Only God will deliver the populace. From past 8 years, Nigeria start sinking. Okay? That right now Nigeria is in bottom of sea. Here is an abomination that masses are suffering and dying in the midst of plenty because of the wickedness of some people. Now, wow, Nigeria is in their need of a better leader. Someone say, must he condemn everything past government does and start afresh on a neutral ground to destroy Nigeria, to destroy government property and wasted government money? He must continue to do it better with more renovations and extra careful. Can you imagine? As it looks, if you are opportune to join them and the loot proceed, no time, because I don't see light at the end of the tunnel. These men are not ready to give up. They are bent to frustrate the citizens. And that is true. That is exactly what the government is doing. This government, this APC government, but Nigerian politicians are not to be trusted. Once they say A, just look at it very well, because it's not what you think. It's not what you think. And there's always say he himself should now see that continuing from where Buhari stopped will destroy his good intentions. I want to believe those were political utterances. No, his supporters are enjoying him. Abi, his supporters are enjoying him, even the ones that cannot even pay their rent, the ones that cannot eat, the ones that cannot do anything, they are all supporting him. Okay, just for tribal reasons. That is all. Nothing else. He's our person. We must support him. And so I say here, I will continue with your legacy. Not be lie. By December, dollar will rise to 2,000. Okay, life ambition accomplished. And that is it. So life ambition accomplished for him. He just wanted to be president. But again, let's see how it goes from there. So thank you for listening. And let's have your comment for sharing.